Hawkeye fans that might not have seen you wrestle since freestyle, I mean, how are you a different wrestler, or full style, how are you a different wrestler now in freestyle in the last few years?
I think taking some time off and you know, having that break really helped me develop in my wrestling, especially in freestyle. When I kind of got out of it, just even from folk style to freestyle, the rules were a lot different, and the rule change definitely, you know, helps me in my style and the way I wrestle. So it's a benefit for me. And as far as from collegiate till now, I feel like it's pretty similar with my mindset, maybe just a little more fresh now.
Can you talk a little more about your style and why that is more favorable to freestyle?
It's not as tactical. With the rules that it used to be, it was everyone was winning by a point, or losing by a point in the periods, and now it encourages a lot more action. It encourages people to wrestle hard, and you know, I feel like that helps me and helps my. I'm not very strategic, and I'm probably not smart enough to strategize as much as most of these people do, but I think more letting it all hang out and laying it all out on line definitely helps me.
What did you do in that time off?
I actually moved out of Iowa City and was traveling around quite a bit, and I ended up moving out to California, and I was there for 2 years, and just got kind of helping out with the local MMA gym and helping out at the high school, and just staying in the sport enough to be curious about it and to keep active in it, but not really beat myself up.
Well, I mean, was it? Did you have any idea you were going to come back?
No. I was retired for going on 3 years, and had no intention of coming back, and kind of one thing led to another, got talked into it, and now I moved back to Iowa City.
Talk a little bit about the Hawkeye Wrestling Club. What it's meant, this program, what's meant for you guys?
Hawkeye Wrestling Club's awesome. The opportunity it gives, postgraduates is phenomenal. It can't be beaten. It's a great opportunity for people who want to continue wrestling, and I wanted to, and it's given me many opportunities. It's awesome.
So who talked you into it?
A combination of a lot of people. Morningstar was a big factor. Royce Alger, I don't know if anyone knows him, but he can be as annoying as anybody you've ever met. And he really shined with that. Those two had a big influence. And Tom and Terry, Tom specifically, I remember, was always supportive. Even from that summer when I left, it was just running around climbing. I remember specifically him being very supportive and encouraging of me coming back, but I wasn't ready to at the time. And as soon as I mentioned the idea of it, he was all excited and all on board with it. So really, there's a lot of people.
Well, why was Alger? What was his pitch?
Come back and compete because I like watching you wrestle, and that was the only angle he played, but he played it, with no hesitation and just kept. He was relentless with it.
So did he almost annoy you back into the sport?
No, he definitely annoys the hell out of me. They're not almost. He definitely does. Definitely does. Which can be a good thing too.
So in a way, did this refresh you in some ways, physically, mentally, to get away from the grind?
Stepping out of it for a couple of years definitely, mentally motivated me, and physically, brought me back to where I feel like I'm healthy again. So I think the break was extremely good.
How much did your last collegiate match factor into either the break or coming back? I mean, does that still motivate you?
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be something that sticks with me. It's hard to look at, analyze, deal with, but you learn how to. And I feel like probably wasn't as healthy that I learned how to earlier, and now I feel like I'm much more, can analyze it instead of be so emotionally, destroyed by it. So, it always hurts and is always going to, but it's definitely helped.
I'm sure a lot of people ask you about being in the same weight class with Ramos and being in the same, environment and so forth, but what's it really like?
I'm not smart enough to focus on all the hype of that. I can't process my head around it all, and strategizing and thinking about it too much doesn't help me. So really the only thing I focus on is my first match at trials, and then you know, my second match at trials, and then I'll worry about my next opponent after that.
Do you cross paths in the wrestling room much?
No, not too often.
Who do you work with?
As far as
Wrestling.
I mean, every guy around my weight, every guy from the smallest guy to, you know, the middleweight guys I can still wrestle with, and everyone in between.
So why don't you? Is that by design?
I just don't think it benefits either of us. I mean, that's really, I don't feel a need for it. I'll steer away from it by any means, but I mean, I think we're kind of on our own track towards the same goal.
You kind of like the